My favorite question to ask executives. But first, Steve, let us know who you are.
Steve Nudelberg. I'm the founder and principal thinker of an organization called On the Ball Marketing.
And you are headquartered in effectively Fort Lauderdale, correct? I
Correct?
guess.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. In
My
beautiful, sunny Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, I miss it a lot. My former home for 25 years, Miami and Florida and Fort Lauderdale. So we're very lucky in LA and South Florida, and not to be taken for granted. As much as I love snow, I can visit it.
Absolutely.
So one thing we're asking all our executives and everybody comes up with great things that most people don't know what they're doing. But how are you making a difference in the world today?
So each December, my team and I get together and we sort of look at what we do well and what we don't do well and sort of do that strategic planning. And last December, the team got together and said, we're not giving enough back to the community. Our business was starting to grow, and even though we were involved, it just didn't feel like enough. And so we made a commitment, both in dollars and in services, to give back to the community. So we chose three charities that we were going to be officially on board with, continue to do some of the other stuff we've done. But candidly, I will tell you the response rate to that has put us on the map in a way that you can't really pay for. I had dinner with somebody the other night who said, Steve, I got to tell you, up until about a year ago, I never heard of you or your firm. And now, he goes, every couple of hours I hear somebody mention you or your firm. And he goes, you're doing something right. And I know what we're doing right is that we became a better corporate citizen. Credit my girlfriend because she said, give and look for a tenfold return. And she said, no matter what you give more because you're going to get 10 times back. And it's changed our philosophy, and it's been remarkable. It's far-reaching. It's so overwhelming. And now we get major requests that we deal with on an individual basis, but we made it a real corporate philosophy to continue to give as much as we can. So it's just, I can't tell. If I had to give that as one recommendation, I would say give all you can.
Yeah, and that's one thing I think is great advice for younger people too. You talked about deferred gratification or long term. Long term is clearly based on how much you're giving in your community over that period of time.
And for us, I guess it wasn't just the monetary give. It was the giving of time and ideas. And I just got invited to a Salvation Army meeting. And I was flattered that I got invited, but they were having a strategic meeting because they sort of fallen behind the times. The guy standing there with the kettle, and a lot of people don't walk around with cash anymore, so they had some very significant challenges. And they said, "Okay, principal thinker, we're inviting you in to help us." And I did. And you know what? It was a couple hours of my time. I gave them what I think was a couple of actionable ideas that should change their paradigm. And the rewards were, all of the people in the room went back to their organizations and said, wow, this guy came in and did this whole strategic event for us. So, I put my head on the pillow, man, and I feel really good about who we are, what we represent in the community, integrity, all that kind of stuff. And you can't pay for that. So it's.
No, you can't. Well, I will tell you, you've made a difference for me since the beginning. And like I said, when I first heard you, advertising cellular and the passion, the energy. I love it. Obviously, you made a difference with your son in Cincinnati and your family. And so I appreciate our friendship and keep making a difference, man.